Hi, Cindy.
Hi, Kelly.
Today we've got Cindy Kicinski with Junior Achievement, and Cindy is the Career Services Director. And Cindy, I was just going to ask if you wouldn't mind telling us a little bit about Junior Achievement and your role there.
Sure. Thanks for having us today. I'm excited to tell you a little bit about Junior Achievement and my role. So Junior Achievement, our mission is to empower young people to own their future success. We provide age-appropriate programming in pre-K through 12th grade in the area of career exploration, work readiness, entrepreneurship, financial literacy, and philanthropy. Our programs are experiential and project-based and facilitated by business volunteers from the community. This year, we're on track to meet our goal of serving 30,000 students. We have a 30-county reach with the bulk of our programming in Marion County. And my role here as Career Success Director, I oversee a few different initiatives, including EduSpark, our interactive career expo for 10,000 Marion County students, and EduSpark, which connects educators and counselors directly with businesses and industries to help them weave careers and academics together for their students in their classroom.
Yeah, and I imagine schools, even if they're outside of Marion County, could take a look and see what's being done here and get some ideas.
Certainly. We have a 30-county reach, and being that a lot of our programs are now being delivered virtually, that really kind of opens the door and the opportunity to spread our reach even further. So definitely.
Tell me a little bit about the virtual component, how you've shifted or had to pivot, and how that looks and is being delivered this year for schools.
Sure. So many of our programs switched to being virtual, given the pandemic, and the programs that we have offered enable students who are either learning from home or in a hybrid setting or are in person with their teachers at school. And we really have a great partnership and connection to volunteers in the business community who shifted with us very easily, and we're able to transition what we do normally in person in the classroom to virtual programming. So we've really kind of beefed up our academic instruction, our curriculum, provided things on in a digital format or on our website, or with availability to upload to learning management systems such as Canvas or Chalkboard. And then our volunteers really have done a great job with being able to provide virtual tours or virtual instruction and record themselves and provide that directly to the students in the classroom.
Well, you mentioned students being well prepared. Any advice especially for school counselors, as they're maybe getting ready to have their students engage with your programming? Any advice you would have for a school counselor, maybe even a new counselor, or maybe one who's not used Junior Achievement before?
Sure. Much of our programming helps students learn about career exploration, career readiness, and many of our programs not only are aimed for students, but we have EduSpark, which is our newest program that's aimed directly for counselors and for educators. So EduSpark really helps, I think, counselors and teachers connect the real world of work. So when they're teaching academics in English, math, science, etc., they're able to really weave in career exploration based on firsthand experiences through EduSpark, such as industry tours, panels of careers and business professionals, and then our teacher externship program. So over the last few years, we've offered these industry tours and teacher externships and panels, and counselors really find it valuable to see firsthand what it's like to be in a business, see the skills that are needed, and the academics that need to be taught in the classroom, especially for students having solid employability skills. What are those employers looking for? And by participating in EduSpark, the counselors really get a firsthand look at what it's like to be an employee at a company, and what companies are expecting of their students as they graduate from high school and get a future career in an in-demand field.
So kind of along those same lines, any thoughts about how junior achievement might help school counselors or counseling programs with some of the challenges they face. So often school counseling programs have limited time, limited staffing, other challenges like those. Any thoughts on just advice to programs, counselors, how they might make the most of what they have, or be able to maybe adapt, or any other possible alternatives, or just ways to kind of use their time to the best of their advantage?
Sure. Given that we have a variety of programs for a variety of levels, elementary, middle school, and high school, I think counselors should rely on us and connect with us because we have much of the work done for them. And we're happy to share that with them. We have the connections to the business community. We have the tools and the resources that are engaging and educational. We provide, all of the materials, and we have lots of resources for counselors, and we're happy to be that convener for schools. Many times schools reach out to us and say, we wish we could have more connections to the business community, and the business community reaches out to us and says, we wish we had more connections to the schools. And so JA is the perfect organization for counselors to rely on to make sure that those connections are being made, and to really utilize the resources that we have and extend those as well. We've had counselors come on an industry tour with us, and while that was for the counselors, they've reached back out to us afterwards and said, we would love to take our students on that same industry tour. Can that be possible? And of course, we were able to take students on an industry tour. But really, I would think that it would be great if counselors can not only utilize our services, but think about creative ways, like asking us if we can do a student tour instead of just for counselors, find out more about what's available, or even talk to us about potentially customizing an experience for their school or their student.
Yeah, and so any resources or books or websites, anything that you can think of along with your programs that you would especially recommend to school counselors and to school counseling programs?
I don't really have a book per se, but I do have a few resources that I know I've utilized personally over the years that I think are great resources. And the first one is the Indiana Youth Institute Kids Count Conference. We love attending that and really find that the networking opportunities and the learning and knowledge and connecting to organizations has been a tremendous benefit. So I highly recommend that. And then also, we work with organizations like Employ Indy, who is the workforce board for Marion County that provides many youth services, as well as the Indiana Department of Workforce Development. They have a great website, indianacareerready.com. And I think that's a great resource for counselors. And then really focusing on working with organizations or corporate partners and businesses. Many partners we work with, including, let's say, the Indiana Dairy Association, have resources for teachers and counselors. Republic Airways does a great job with providing information for school staff to connect to careers in the airline industry. And then another organization we work with called IKORCC, Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio Regional Carpenters Council. They have apprenticeships, and they do a lot of work with schools and helping students prepare for their future career. So those are just a few of the organizations and resources that I think would be very helpful for effective tools for counselors.
Great, thank you so much. Cindy, is there anything that I did not ask that you want to make sure that we get included, or you wanted to share?
Sure. I just want to let everybody know that EduSpark will be having our industry tour series. Again, we've transitioned to virtual for that. And this coming December, we will have an industry tour for teachers and counselors. And if they check out eduspark.org, there'll be more information provided there. It's kind of in the process right now of being finalized. So if they can check back at that website, that would be great. And then just always check jaindy.org as well. You know, we have so many resources and tools available for teachers and counselors that I think they would really find it beneficial.
Great. Thank you so much.